Welcome to the fourth episode of our Tool Pool series on improving agility. In our last episode, we learned how to transform hierarchical organization structure into scrums and binding team with common goal. In this episode, we will explore the second pillar of agile culture, which is how scrums or self-managing team operate.
In order to understand the same, let's first understand what does teams do? Works towards a goal. What is goal? Yesterday versus tomorrow. What do we need to achieve the goal? Change, as we can't win with the same methods every time. So what may change? Products, methods, resources, or ability to achieve the goal. The key difference between traditional and agile team is how they progress in adapting the change or aiming goals. From a rigid plan to a series of sprints towards the dream. So how does this happen? For that, let's first understand how do we traditionally plan to achieve our goals. We make project plans, divide our goals into milestones, identify tasks for each milestone, link resources, define deadlines, and start tracking. So, what's wrong with this? Let's put our project plan into time versus change graph. Many of the projects we plan can easily take 6 months or more to achieve. And typically, this is how we plan incremental steps of progress. But surprisingly, as we progress towards our goal, many times we see environment changing in a different direction. We followed the plan but did not get the result. This is called strategic drift. And this is the exact reason why agile teams like to plan in a different way. Of course, they also believe in taking long term goals, but their approach of planning is completely different, and this is how they like to start. What are we aiming? What's the ultimate dream? Why do we need to achieve this? This is a major shift. While most leaders expect their team to completely understand the plan, agile leaders like to have a full buy in on why and not just how. How much can we visualize? What all we should do to achieve the goal? This makes your task list. What is achievable in next 1 or 2 weeks? This 1 or 2 weeks period is called as sprint. Agile team truly understands that world keeps on changing and you cannot plan for 6 months. What you can plan is for next 1 or 2 weeks. Everything else goes back to your backlog. And once you finish your first sprint, you go back to your backlog and see what should be covered in your next sprint.
So, what are the benefits of using this method? Everyone is connected with why and not just how. People truly understand that environment will change, and making ourselves rigid towards long-term plan will not help. Let's play flexible. Make small progresses at the end of each sprint. It's a huge tax for teams to wait for 6 months to become successful. Small progresses or small success at the end of each sprint or each week becomes a major moral booster and pours energy to work towards the next sprint or next week. If you intend to explore this method further, please write to us, and you can also request templates for managing sprints.
Let me also highlight another critical difference between traditional and agile teams. While traditional teams strongly believes that we must follow SOP while progressing towards the goal, agile teams strongly believes that we must keep on changing our SOPs while progressing towards the goal. Remember, agile is the mindset and teams truly understand that you cannot win the same way every time.
I hope you are enjoying the insights on how Agile team functions. In our next episode, we will explore key roles of Scrum or self-managing teams. Thanks for watching this video.